Buenos días, buenas tardes o buenas noches, dependiendo de lo que estés viendo este vídeo. Bienvenidos a todos a un nuevo vídeo de nuestro querido Tangle Tower. Terminamos la última vez a toda una familia y hoy vamos a descubrir más cositas del otro lado de la escalera. Veremos a ver qué pasa, qué misterios ocultan, porque ya os digo que se vienen curvas. Bien, aquí estamos. Hicimos a los...
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Vale. Volvemos. Hicimos a los fellow y ahora nos toca ir a por los pointer a ver qué sacamos aquí en claro. Así que vámonos hacia... No, esto no es. Aquí. Vámonos hacia la zona de los pointer. Empezaremos por aquí arriba. Vamos a hacer al pez. Hola, muy buenas. Usted me da un tantito de miedo. Hola, muy buenos días.
Shh, listen. Do you hear them? The stars. They're whispering.
Creo que alguien está un poco gaga.
And yet so loud.
What are they whispering
Sí.
about?
¿Y qué te susurran?
Are they spreading rumors about
¿Están
us?
diciendo que va a haber un
I
eclipse?
shouldn't think they concern themselves with such insignificance. We are but specks of dust, you and I.
Could the speck of
Dime
dust
algo que
start
no
by telling
sepa.
me his name?
You find yourself standing in the astronomy tower of one Professor Percival Pointer.
Hola, muy buenas, señor Percival.
Seems like this tower belongs to the pointers, and the other one belongs to the fellows.
Well observed, my dear. Tangle Tower is something of a duality, as it
Pues sí,
happens. Meaningless
el sitio este es un
boundaries,
tanto
really.
rarito.
They exist
No lo voy
only
a
in
negar.
our minds.
Helpful.
Súper útil. Sí. Bueno, vamos a preguntarte
Me?
sobre ti. Cuéntanos.
Not much to say. Strictly speaking, I'm the current head of the Pointer family.
Joder,
And
si
of
tú eres el
course,
cabeza de
father
familia,
to
no
my
quiero ser como son
precious
los demás.
Poppy.
Y si son
A
raritos,
professional astronomer?
ni nada.
Oh,
Me da
no,
miedo.
that's just a little hobby. I mean, yes, I've studied the stars for over 35 years, published 17 books.
Just a little hobby.
Sí, un pequeño
Sounds
pasatiempo.
like you're
Me
quite well
cachis.
known.
Si es un
You
pequeño
must bring in a
pasatiempo,
good
no
amount
quiero
of money.
saber nada, la
Oh,
verdad.
dear me, no. My field of research has never yielded any kind of stable financial return, nor would I expect it to. I am nothing but a humble interpreter for the cosmos, working to translate its message so that I may share it with the world.
Cool. Tell the cosmos I say
Sí.
hi.
Saluda al cosmos de mi parte, me encanta.
The day
¿Qué estaba
began
haciendo
as any
ayer?
other,
Cuénteme.
with blissful, unremarkable routine.
Cuéntame tu
I
rutina.
took my usual morning walk around the gardens. Fresh air does wonders for the mind.
Me estoy dando
Did you see
cuenta
anyone
que su
else?
pelo
Penelope
parece
and
que
Fitz were
es
in the greenhouse
el...
together. I didn't bother them, of course.
el
I sat for a
tejado de
while
una casa.
besides the pond in the
Hace
garden.
gracia.
It's a favorite spot of mine.
Está en el
Eventually, I
jardín, vale.
returned to my tower and buried myself in my studies for the afternoon.
Muy bien.
Did you use your telescope yesterday?
Once the stars began to appear, naturally.
For how long?
I can't say. I've been known
Vale,
to
que te puedo
lose
pasar horas y
hours
horas.
at my telescope.
Did you see anything?
No actual discoveries, if that's what you mean.
So you were all alone up in the astronomy tower. Must have been a while before you found out what had happened to Freya.
Quite. Normally, I would be the last to find out about such a thing.
En
But
condiciones
a curious
normales.
tug of fate led me towards the fellow tower later that evening.
¿Por qué? ¿Qué estabas haciendo y por qué
I
dices
was
eso?
at my telescope for the majority of the evening, but at
Vale.
one point I returned to my desk to look something up in a reference book. I
Vale.
couldn't find the book I wanted, so I figured Fiona must have borrowed it. I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall. I spotted
Okay.
Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
Vale, esto
She
me
looked
cuadra, eso está
impatient
dentro de lo
and slightly
normal.
frustrated.
Same as ever then?
Quite.
Para
I
variar,
passed her
la
by
verdad.
and went upstairs to Fiona's room. The door was locked, but I could hear shouting coming from inside.
Uy,
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
o
I
sea,
had no desire to invade their
el padre
privacy by
de la
eavesdropping,
otra que no
so
son
I
todavía.
waited for them to finish and come out into the hall. Before I could ask about the book, Poppy grabbed my hand and took me upstairs along with Fiona. It was apparent that both of them had already been crying about something. We went up to Flora's tower. Freya was laying on her back, right in the middle of the room.
Vale, o sea, cuadra
Flora and Fitz were
bastante
already there.
bien
They both
con
looked
todo lo
stoic
que
as
ya
ever.
sabíamos
Felix and
y que
Penny
nos habían
arrived shortly
contado
after
los
we
Fellow.
did, and then Fiona went downstairs with Poppy for some reason. I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
Why did you leave so quickly? Wasn't there anything you could have done to help?
Don't take this the wrong way, but the whole ordeal is fellow family
Ooh.
business. I'm quite sure
bueno,
they
claro,
don't need me
es de
getting in
los
the way
otros,
at a time
entonces
like
te
that.
jodes, te aguantas y te comes tu mierda. Bueno, vamos a empezar a hacer preguntas. No mires con esa cara de mierda que no he hecho nada.
Nobody could deny her talent. She was remarkable, artistically gifted, but also highly
Me
intelligent.
encanta.
Those two things aren't mutually
Todo el
exclusive,
rato
you
es
know.
este hombre.
Was she ever interested in astronomy?
I don't think she was. The fault may well lie with me for failing to inspire her. But I
Okay.
think she was captivated by more tangible things here on Earth.
A ver, bueno, si le
My
cabe,
daughter
iba más el
loved
arte,
her.
pues obviamente
Fiona
ya está.
too. That said, in the last year or so, more and more I've begun to notice her by herself, wandering the gardens at the most peculiar hours.
Oh.
She must have explored every inch of the grounds
Comprendo.
100 times over. Quite a restless spirit, I think. I'm surprised she
Bueno,
chose
que
to
no
live at
quiere que
Tangle
me
Tower
Fiona,
as
pero
long
quiere
as
que
she
me
did.
Fifi. Pero bueno, a tu pedo. Vamos a
A
ver.
listless soul drifting through the ether.
Aunque algunos
What's
ya les
wrong with
hayamos
her?
descartado,
Not
vamos a ver
sure.
qué piensa la gente
She's
de
always
ellos.
been troubled. Comes from a dysfunctional family. I'd say you could ask her about it, but I think you might find that to be a bit of a dead end.
Vale.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost
He
it.
perdido, me mata.
You two don't get on?
Interesante.
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
Eres buen amigo suyo, pero acabas de decir pestes.
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
Ok.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
Literalmente dice, joder. Háblame
What
sobre
do you want me
Fizz.
to say? He's the gardener.
He's a member of the family.
Eso iba a
Yeah,
decir,
but
o
not
sea.
the Pointer family.
What happened to his parents, do you know?
His father, Flint, is Felix's brother. Strange man.
Vale.
Don't think anybody knows what happened to him, but he certainly doesn't live here anymore.
No
What
me
about his
digas, si no
mother?
lo tendríamos por aquí dando
Emily?
tumbo, chato.
I've not met her. She never actually married into the fellow family.
¿Oh?
Her relationship with Flint was, it was short-lived.
Chisme, chisme. Cuénteme bien el chisme. A
Hard
ver.
to read, that one, but she seems to know what she's doing.
She's kind of mean.
You know, I simply assumed all detectives were sharp, rigorous, and thorough. Then, of course, I met you.
Ajá. ¿Qué? ¿Me acaba de decir algo malo? Lol. Vale,
I
Betty.
don't especially want to talk about myself.
Pues toca hacerlo.
Introspection often leads to vanity.
Wait, does it?
Why don't we discuss the moons of Jupiter
No me apetece hablar
instead?
de la luna de Júpiter,
I'm not
gracias.
sure if we have time. Aren't there like 10 of them?
83.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Hostias, tú. Estás tú que voy a hablar de las 83 lunas de Júpiter ahora mismo. Muchas cosas, vamos a
So
preguntarle.
which one is Tangle Tower?
What's that?
There are two towers, right? Flora's tower and your astronomy tower.
Neither? Truly, I have no idea.
Huh?
You'd have to ask Flora.
She named the house?
The whole thing is a result of her squabbling with her family.
With Felix, you mean? Her husband?
No, her brother and sister, and her
Huh?
father. The Remington family was a rather tumultuous little unit, you see. I
Pues todo el
don't
mundo
think
aquí
Flora
la
has
liaba
spoken with
parda, ¿o
any of
qué?
them in
Porque es lo
over a
único que me estás
decade.
dando a entender, chato.
Not exactly a wealth of information, is it?
It's enough.
Es lo suficiente para poder tirar y saber que a lo mejor tú eres el asesino.
A very old statue indeed. I'd recommend you leave it well alone. The poor fellow's in bad enough shape as it is.
¿Por qué no querrías, aparte de porque está en mal
Where
estado?
on earth did you find that?
It was in a bush outside. I think someone threw it
¿Sabes
away.
algo de eso?
How peculiar.
Ajá.
I find that painting to be in rather bad taste.
Oh, yeah?
The knife with real blood on it? The whole thing is rather vulgar. Is this important?
Possibly.
A lo mejor sí lo es.
Here's a thought. Do you suppose
Yo le voy a
the
preguntar
paintbrush
todo lo
could be
que
the murder
tengo.
weapon?
Porque es que si
After all,
consigo
it
más
was found
información,
at the scene,
luego vamos
right
a tener
next to
problemas.
Freya's body.
I guess it's possible.
Ay, Dios mío, que me muero. Gramófono.
Pointer property originally purloined by the fellows. Typical.
¿Cómo que robado? Uy, ¿qué puede haber aquí
I
movida
haven't
grande entre
seen that
familias?
tape for a long
Por robos y
time.
esas cosas.
Who broke it?
No idea.
No tenemos ni puta idea.
Well, possessions are fleeting, my
Sí, las
friends.
posesiones. Venga
Curious
ya,
little
toca un
thing,
espíritu
isn't
malvado
it?
por aquí.
You know what
Ya
she
ya sería la
keeps
capose
in there?
esto.
Nothing. At the
Escon-
moment. It was empty when we
Guardadas
opened it.
ahora.
How bizarre.
Can't a woman keep an empty egg in her room?
Pues no.
This is supposed to be Felix, is it?
I think so.
I see he's afforded himself considerable artistic
A ver,
license.
¿lo he intentado? Al menos lo he intentado, no como
This
otros.
looks a little rushed, even by Felix's standards.
At least he tried.
Yes, I suppose it's good for the old fellow to have a hobby. Keeps his
Bueno, al
mind
menos
from
tiene
decaying,
un
you know.
hobby. A ver, los dos hobbies son buenos, la verdad.
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What
Es
does
que,
it
¿qué tendrá que
look
ver
like
esa montaña
to you?
roja en
To
todo
me,
eso?
It's a big, red thing.
What a fascinating
No
interpretation.
una
He's right, though.
rayada
It is a big red
de
thing.
destrucción mundial es lo que estaba viendo, ¿o qué?
These were drawn by Freya. She must have drawn that one of Hawkshaw rather recently.
I guess.
Vale, foto
Poppy's
rosada.
two closest friends. Freya looks so innocent there. What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought
Yo creo
you
que es un
might know something
telescopio.
about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope.
Huh?
It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see. It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many
Bueno,
stars
si se
with
puede
it.
ver algo, yo lo digo.
No, probably not.
Fitz seems rather keen to grow things like this in his greenhouse, doesn't he?
What's wrong with that?
Well, you can't eat it.
A ver,
Makes
me lo
you
imagino.
wonder
Ya no
why
lo han
he
dicho.
bothers at all. Oh,
¿Esto?
you found a murder weapon?
Steady on. It's just a
No,
garden
esto no será un
trowel.
homicida, te lo
Looks like
aseguro.
a weapon to me.
Pero es que esto no parece. Esto a
That's
no
a
ser que
very
lo
old
coja mala
book, isn't
hostia.
it? Looks like someone could have taken better care
No,
of it.
no se
I
lo
like
coja
the
nadie en el
look of a
pecho.
well-read book, better than one that's never been opened.
Ah, well put.
¿Vale? El diario
A
secreto.
diary can be a wonderful outlet for an outpouring of one's soul.
Se tiene
How do
algo
you
en
know
las
it's a
vidas,
diary?
seguro.
I suppose I don't.
Es como, tío,
but it does
cállate un siglo.
look like a diary. Yes, very nice. Where is that bird of Flora's? It's been a while since I've seen it.
Me da a mí que está criando malo este. Vale. Vamos a revisar ahora la sala.
It's tidier than my desk. Oh, the notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
So, even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
Trinkets.
They're clearly gizmos.
Excuse me.
You know, I've always wanted one of those.
¿Oh?
A mechanical solar system? What would you do with it?
¿Qué haría? Pues no sé, usarlo,
I
jugar
would
con él.
look at it.
Wait a minute.
¡Puzzle!
Earth in the middle, sun on the outside. How old is this thing?
Ni idea, pero hay que buscarle una forma. tal? ¿Así?
Oh, that was it.
¿Listo?
Nice work.
¿Qué hay aquí?
Did you hear that? Something
Se ha abierto
unlocked.
algo.
There's a little hatch underneath.
A
What's
bunch
in
of paper.
Vamos a ver
Looks
qué hay
like
dentro.
somebody's research.
Escarabajo dorado. Varias notas y diagramas de una investigación. Cuarto, el escarabajo dorado, llamado así por su exoesqueleto compuesto por un mineral idéntico al oro en un 90% aproximadamente, vive varios años. Se defiende de sus depredadores con un fuerte silbido. Se han registrado más de 95 decibelios. Y por ser totalmente indigerible. ¿Quién se quiere comer un escarabajo? Pregunto. Este místido tiene la reputación un tanto espuria al traer mala suerte a quienes lo ven.
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something suspicious.
Let's
Vale,
ask her about it.
luego, vamos a preguntarle a este tío por eso. Vamos a preguntarle.
So, we found some research. What's up with this golden beetle? Is this something you're studying?
I can't help you, I'm afraid. I think it must be something left behind by a previous inhabitant of Tangle Tower. I'm not the first scientist to ever walk these halls, you know.
Well, it wasn't in the halls.
Ya,
It was in your astronomy tower.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
¿Perdona?
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room above
Hay una-
Flora's
o sea,
room?
Hay un
We should
ático
check that
y
next time we're over
literalmente
You can see right into
da
Flora's
a la
room.
habitación de Flora. ¿Qué cojones?
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel
O sea, a ver,
holding Freya's
perfectamente
unfinished
no
painting.
podría haber nada de lo que pasase en el momento del
I can't
asesinato.
really see anything
Pero es como...
behind it. Not from this angle.
Ujú.
I can just about see the gramophone. Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope?
Exactamente, o sea, si es para mirar las estrellas, ¿por qué está
I'm
mirando
pretty
directamente
sure you
ahí?
need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
O sea, no tiene mucho sentido.
I can't move it.
No tiene nada de
I
sentido.
think this is just how it's set up.
Aquí hay algo raro y vamos a adivinarlo.
There's something about Pointer's
A ver, señor
astronomy
Pointer,
habits.
te acabo de conocer y ya te
Something
estoy diciendo que eres el
suspicious.
sospechoso de algo más
Let's ask him
grande.
about it.
¿Puedo ir a cotillar? Vale, vamos a cotillar en el ático. A ver qué encontramos. Vale. Gárgolas, cosas... Esto.
Where's that light coming from?
No, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
A ver qué vemos aquí. ¡Ostras, tú, hermano! Mira, o sea, literalmente cae el... aquí es donde estaba Freya. Caput, entonces. Se veía perfectamente dónde estaba ella. A ver, vamos a ir por aquí.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
¿Vale?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Chisme de carrete. Un carrete de latón con un tornillo en la parte superior, enrollado en el carrete y dentro de cuerda roja y fina. Ok.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
No sé si habrá algo más aquí que mirar.
Just dusty junk.
Vale. No sé si sacaremos algo más aquí. Vámonos. Yo qué sé. Aquí normalmente.
It's one of those big pianos with the open lids.
Don't touch it.
Why not?
Might be haunted.
Puede estar embrujado.
Oh, whatever it is, it's playing a little trumpet.
Well, it is the music room. He's gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
Es verdad, está roto. El sonido de la bocina, una estatua brillante de una extraña criatura que sostiene una gran bocina. Hay una apreciable grieta que recorre toda la bocina de la estatua. Dentro de la bocina y por debajo, en el suelo, hay fragmentos de cristales rotos. Interesante, interesante. Vamos a hablar con la señorita.
Are you a ghost?
Sally! That's rude!
Joder, Sally empieza bien, ¿eh?
Unless she is a ghost.
It may come as a disappointment, but I am alive.
Ah,
That makes you a suspect, I'm afraid.
I know.
what's your name?
My name is Poppy. I'm a pointer. And a pianist.
We'll need to ask you a few questions about Freya.
I know.
Hey, you're pretty good.
All in the wrist. And 13 years of dedicated practice.
Joder. Vale, cuéntame sobre ti, reina.
I'm just me. There's nothing to know.
How are you related to the other pointers?
My father is Percival Pointer. The professor spends most of his time hidden away in his tower. Barely speaks to anyone these days. Especially not the fellows.
Do you get on with the fellows?
2 of them. Fifi and Freya are my closest friends. We all turned 19 last year.
Do people ever leave Tangle Tower? I don't mean to be rude. It's just, if you're 19...
You don't have to answer that, Poppy.
It's a fair question. I'd like to move away. Definitely. Fifi, Freya, and I would often talk about it, argue about it. Freya wanted to leave, but Fifi... Things are more complicated for her.
What about now?
After what happened, I really don't want to stay here much
Ay,
longer.
claro, es que se te ha muerto la prima mejor amiga y es como adiós. Muy buenas todo.
3.5 hours of piano practice. Soon as I wake up. Same as always.
Jolines.
3.5.
Y
Does
que me
that not
levanto por
hurt
la
your
mañana
hands?
y digo,
Sure.
ah,
And you
Ya
do
tengo
this in the
así.
music room?
No, I prefer to practice in my room. When I make mistakes, I like to make them in private.
What did you do
Entendido.
after that?
I was supposed to meet Fifi in the library, but I totally forgot. When I finally got down there, she'd already gone. I checked her bedroom, but it was locked.
Was Fifi not in there?
No idea. She keeps her door locked either way. So I went back upstairs and out into the moonlight garden.
The what?
The little garden on the roof outside my room.
Was it just you up there?
No. Fitz came outside after a while. His room's on the other side. He's been teaching me about flowers.
So, did you talk to him?
Not really.
You ignored each other.
I didn't say that.
uy. Cuéntame.
Fitz and I were up in the moonlight garden most of the afternoon. Then we heard this sound. Lasted about 3 seconds. I've been trying to decide how to describe it, but I'm struggling.
Un
It was
ruido.
like
Es la primera vez que escucho más bien lo del
something
ruido.
drilling into a piece of metal. But different. Worse. I was pretty sure it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there to check. Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. I knew Freya and Flora were both supposed to be in there, so I made Fitz kick down the door. I went
Interesante.
inside. Freya was lying on the floor.
Flora was in the room too?
Yeah. I think she realized what had happened at the same moment I did. I didn't know what to do. So I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
Vale.
Her door was still locked, but I knocked and shouted at her. Eventually, she let me in. The lights were off, but I could see she'd already been crying.
Porque hoy estaba
I told her
llorando.
what had
Fifi.
happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry. First time I've ever seen her angry. I dragged her out into the hall.
Vale.
My father
Que
was
es cuando
there
se
too.
encuentran con
It
el
was
padre.
amazing. The 3 of us went back up to Flora's tower. Then Felix arrived. He had Penny with him. Fifi had this idea. She wanted to do some kind of scientific test.
Interesante.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes. After she was done, she went back upstairs and I went back to my room.
That's it?
That's it.
Vale, interesante. Quiero saber que me hables de la gente. Me falta aquí uno, me falta Penélope.
Hard of head, but free of mind. Unimprisoned, unconfined. With starry eyes, she sees beyond. Behind our walls, beneath our pond. A soul untied. It's hers, it's free. Was then, is now, will ever be.
Esta señora me acaba de morder. Habla en poesía, me gusta.
Needless noise from tongues expel, unless within the mouth they dwell. The spoken word, unfit for dealing with the shifting form of feeling. Stand unblinking in the face of taciturn and soundless space.
Vamos a ir con Félix.
Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days as shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender? Accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom some four walls make around a room.
Fifi.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written.
Me hace es que me gusta cómo habla de los demás.
Unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze.
Peach.
Softly does the flower grow, all in time, and time is slow. Rest a seed within the earth, but do not rush its gentle birth. Hour by hour, day by day, tune your heart to nature's way.
Vale. ¿Qué dice de Pointer?
Eavesdrop what the stars are saying, earthly tether, slowly fraying, floating,
Me
helpless
quedo muy
from the
tonta leyendo lo
worst
que dice porque es
of
bien
jealous
bonito.
hunger,
Algunas
selfish
cosas
thirst.
un poco
Take a moment, kneel and
Pero
meet the
bonito,
flowers
a fin de
growing at
cuentas.
your feet. With surging tide, the waves are thrown, an entity of all its own. But on its surface you may see, reflected in the waters be, the orchestrator, pale and still, pulling strings, enacting will.
¿Y de ella misma qué dice?
That's me. I'm on a list of murder suspects. Always thought that would be kind of cool.
Ah, yo
but it's
pensaba
just
que diría
tedious.
algo también.
Falls a little
así
short,
igual, ¿no?
doesn't it?
Vale, pues hablando de todos, se vienen las cosas. Empecemos.
So there are two families living in Tangle Tower?
Cada día es peor porque
Three
vamos
pointers and
añadiendo
five
más
fellows.
cosas y es una de pesadillas.
What's the connection between them?
There isn't one. Not really. It was all built by the Remington family. Flora is a Remington, originally. So was Primrose, my mother. She married into the Pointers, and Flora married into the Fellows.
So the fellows and the pointers own the house now?
Ujú.
Flora owns the house. Depending on who you ask, that means her husband Felix owns it too.
What about your
Entiendo.
father?
His claim over the house kind of fell apart after my mother left.
Where's your mother now?
No
A
idea.
saber. La madre está
There's
desaparecida en
something I
combate.
noticed about Freya's knife wound.
Hit me.
From what we could tell, the blade went in at an exact right angle, perpendicular to Freya's body. And there's only one small pool of blood. Nothing on Freya's hands, or anywhere else. The whole thing is just a little too peaceful.
Ujú. Vale. Seguimos.
What do you make of the statue?
I know that's the only harp in the whole of Tangle Tower. I've never actually seen a real one.
Maybe it's from before your time.
Oh, definitely. You see how old this statue is?
What about the symbols? One of them looks like piano keys.
Yeah, weird.
Seguimos.
Don't you think that's weird? That the letter isn't addressed to anyone or signed by anyone?
Someone's being deliberately secretive.
Or they're trying to manipulate you.
Y si digo, por ejemplo, en vez de estar tocando todo, por ejemplo, voy al
It was my
gramófono y
mother's
dicen,
originally.
So why is it
Espera,
in
cosas
Flora's
importantes que
room?
tienen que ver con
He just
música
gets the
y
most
con
use
ella.
out of it. Freya would borrow it too sometimes.
Does
Esto.
this belong to you, Poppy?
Now that's not really my style, is it?
But who else would own a tape like this?
Literally anybody?
Otra cosa tiene que ver con ella.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah,
How come you're not in it? You're friends with them too, aren't you?
I'm not really one for photographs.
Ok.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable. Don't look at me. I didn't break it.
¿Tú no la
Does anybody
rompiste,
else use the music
entonces?
room?
Yes. I don't
¿Quién?
know who, but I can tell when somebody else has touched the
Uy,
piano.
uy, 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 uy. Aquí hay chisme. Aquí hay buen chisme. La verdad sea dicha.
All right. Poppy's
Uh-oh.
bedroom is unlocked.
I wonder what's in there.
Vamos. Cuarto de...
There's something about that diary we found in Fifi's room. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Vamos luego.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Luego. Vale. Vamos a visualizar por acá.
There's a name for this kind of piano.
Piano de cola.
You know, these ones that stand upright. Sheet music, presumably for piano.
It's only a few notes. I'd barely even call that music.
Yeah, it's been framed though. Must be important for some reason.
Partitura. La partitura ha sido enmarcada y está decorada con delicadas ilustraciones como se hacía antiguamente. Ok. ¿Qué más hay por aquí?
It's a metronome for keeping time.
Joder, qué raro, metrónomo, ¿no? La verdad sea dicha. Mira mejor. Amigo
It's
mío,
ticking.
que esto tiene truqui. Es una
It's
bomba.
supposed to be ticking. Not sure what those symbols are.
Vale, pues sí que pensar algo. ¿Y esto qué me puede ir? Ah.
Though. There we go.
Perfect.
Easy.
What happened?
¿Qué
A little
pasa?
hatch unlocked in the back.
Uy,
Anything in there?
uy.
Mm-hmm. It's a
Una
photograph.
foto. Tenemos una foto nueva.
Part of a photograph.
A ver. Antes era una... ¡Oh! Vale. La foto rota muestra una joven de pelo rubio vestida de rosa. La chica de la foto está usando un reproductor de caseta de color rosa vivo con cascos a juego. El resto de la foto muestra a Fifi y Freya. Estaba escondida en la habitación de Freya. ¡Vale!
There's something about that pink
Uy, aquí hay muchas cosas que no nos están gustando.
cassette. Something suspicious.
Esto es muy
Let's ask Poppy about it.
sospechoso. Pero vamos. Vamos a mirar más cosas antes de ir. Porque quiero seguir examinando. Y así juntar cuantos más podamos. Y hacer solamente una rueda de gente a la que ver si realmente o no son los mardericitas.
A big glass door.
Vale. Una cosa
Leads
más
out
antes de
into a garden.
irnos.
Somehow.
There's a little mechanism by the handle.
Oh, God. Mirad esto. Es literalmente la otra parte. La cosa es cómo era, no me acuerdo.
I guess we'll come back later.
Voy a mirar. Voy a venir aquí. Voy a marcarme cómo van. Y ya está.
It's locked, but it leads outside.
I thought we were halfway up a tower.
We are.
What's that thing by the handle?
Tengo uno aquí. Vale. Iban aquí, creo.
It
Bien.
made a noise.
Ha hecho un ruido.
I guess that was right.
Vale.
And the door's still locked.
I still feel like we made some sort of progress.
Vamos a la otra. Espérate, me voy a quedar bien con...
We already saw.
Yeah, but the door...
1, 2, 3, 4. Vale. Los tengo en vista. Vamos a hacerlos. Madre mía, tengo un montón de cosas, aquí.
A big glass door leads out into a garden.
There's a little mechanism.
Hemos dicho que era... Perdonad que os diga... No me suena.
Nothing. Still
All
locked.
4 tiles have a moon symbol.
Those other symbols look like suns.
I think it is, but in an abstract kind of way.
Vale. A lo mejor al revés. Era al revés.
Something
Perfecto.
happened.
That must be it.
No, el futuro no se lo esto.
Finally, it's open.
Se abrió.
Whatever's on the other side.
Vamos fuera, a ver qué hay fuera.
It's another little statue, doing a really bad job of hiding in the bushes.
He's playing a lute this time.
¿Por qué tienes?
He's also wearing
No lo
headphones.
entiendo.
Well, they're not part of the statue. And they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Estatua del laúd. La estatua ligeramente erosionada con una extraña criatura sosteniendo un laúd. Han colocado un par de orejeras en la cabeza de la estatua. Ok. Nice. Me parece muy gracioso.
Giant stone frog. Love it.
Ah, he's got his tongue out like he's catching snowflakes.
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Son plumas. A ver. De distintos pájaros. 4 plumas. Las plumas estaban sobre todo en la lengua de la gran rana de piedra. Ninguna de las plumas es del pájaro baño tinta. Vale. Interesante, interesante. Pero me parece súper bonito que haya esto justamente aquí. La verdad. Interesante. Nos faltaría ver a esta señora, que supongo que esta será Penélope, con su posible habitación. Y ya está, así que... Esto es muy hermoso, precioso. Veremos a ver qué es cómo se pueden defender aquí las personitas del juicio que le vamos a hacer.